Sadly, we're kind of like a plastic society. People here, they're out chasing the buck. They don't care anything about history, and they're not even teaching it to the kids in high school anymore. They just get social studies up to the 8th grade, and I get kids in here from high school, they don't know about Vietnam, much less World War II. But I had a vet come in here not too long ago who was in the 3rd Infantry Division, and he had his photos and all his medals in a large wooden frame. And he asked me if I wanted them. And I says, well, what about your kids? He says, nobody in the family wants them. All his patches, his medals and everything, and we have them here in the museum. I can't believe it, and I don't want to give his name because it would be embarrassing to the family. But I've had 2 or 3 of those. I had a woman come in here with a Purple Heart, and it was a Marine who was killed on Corregidor, engraved on the back. And the woman she's handling the estate sale, and she says, can you use this? I said, well, certainly. She says, I don't want to be selling it to someone for $5 or something. She said, but nobody in the family wants it. And every time I hear it, it makes my skin crawl. No one in the family wants it. It just breaks my heart when I hear about that, because there's somebody whose memory is gone. The uniform is thrown out, gone. The medals are given away or sold to collectors. Nobody will ever hear about what Grandpa did during the war, and that's a shame. That's why we have this history of the museum. Is I started collecting this stuff when I was 12 years old. I'll be 75 next month, so it's 63 years to put it together. I can't take it with me, and I didn't put it together for the money or anything else. I put it together because I want Michigan people to know who our heroes were. It's going to be here in perpetuity. The city of Frankenmuth likes it here. For permanence and stability, we got a grant back in 87 for $225,000 made out to the city and the museum so that we could get this building going. We raised another $400,000 on our own. It's now 10,000 square feet. There are 7 galleries. I can't take it with me when I go, so when I drop dead, it'll be here in perpetuity. It's set up in such a way. It's a tax-exempt corporation. We have a board of directors. They want it here. They'll be working on it. So it'll be here in Frankenmuth for many, many years to come.
When did you start your interest in collecting?
1945, when I was, well, before that, because I had 4 uncles in the military. My dad's 3 brothers and my mother's only brother. He was a police officer with 5 sons. They wouldn't take him, and my mother would have killed him if he tried. But we played guns and war every year, from day till streetlights went out, we had to be home. And everybody knew what was going on with the war. We had a map in our house trying to keep track of our uncles. And I started collecting when they were coming home. I would be the first one there to meet them, trying to get their war souvenirs and their uniforms. And I've just been doing it ever since. It was a hobby that got to be an obsession. And again, there are 13 other states trying to emulate us, but they can't do it. World War II vets are 85 to 90. They're dying 1,200 to 2,000 a day. Their uniforms have been thrown out, given to goodwill, or sold to collectors. So they can't even do World War II. We go back to the Spanish-American War. Governor Green, we have them in both facets, the Philippines and Cuba.